Do you have high blood pressure? Maybe you're diabetic or even have neuropathy? Or what are the chances that you're just over the age of 40? If you have any of those things, you need to know about nitric oxide. Yesterday, I had my very first cardiologist appointment, and it got me thinking about nitric oxide. Hey, let's talk about that. So nitric oxide is a chemical. It's actually released mainly in your blood vessels, but as it gets released, it causes your blood vessels to relax. As we get older, we don't produce nitric oxide the way that we used to produce nitric oxide, so your vessels tend to constrict. If you're diabetic or if you have neuropathy, it's really important for blood flow and to keep those nerves healthy and keep things going that those vessels are relaxed. So you need to find a way to increase your body's production of nitric oxide. Now, you can't just take nitric oxide, but there are ways that you can increase it, and we'll talk about that in a moment. One of the problems with this decreased production of nitric oxide is that as your blood vessels constrict, it increases your blood pressure. So if you have high blood pressure, part of that could be due to a lack of nitric oxide and a lack of your body's ability to produce that nitric oxide. That causes those vessels to constrict, your blood pressure goes up. Nitric oxide is also released as you exercise. So normally when you exercise, those blood vessels dilate, you get more blood flow where you need the blood flow, and things work better. You can get more exercise, you do a better job, your performance is better, you can run harder, faster, do whatever you need to do. Not that you're necessarily going running, but whatever you need to do, you can do it better if you can get the adequate blood flow. And speaking of blood flow, if you're a man with any erectile problems, that's all related to blood flow, and it's all related to nitric oxide. As a matter of fact, some of the big drugs that they give people to help them when they have erectile dysfunction problems, they elevate your level of nitric oxide. They cause a big production of nitric oxide, allowing your body to work the way it's supposed to. So there's ways you can naturally increase your nitric oxide production. It's made from nitrates, so those are really found in beets, green leafy vegetables. So if you eat more beets, more green leafy vegetables. One of the problems with that though, if you're diabetic, is that they can be higher in carbohydrate. There are other ways that you can supplement though. You can purchase a supplement called L-arginine, and L-arginine does a rapid increase in your nitric oxide production. L-citrulline is another amino acid, and it gets converted to arginine and into nitric oxide over time. So that is effective as well. One more well-tested method of boosting nitric oxide that I want to talk about is a product called Neo40. So it's designed specifically to increase your nitric oxide production. So it contains beets, contains a whole bunch of other stuff. This is probably the best and easiest one. It's a little wafer. You open up the package in here. And they're little wafers, just like that. If you haven't taken a nitric oxide supplement before and you have neuropathy or you have diabetes or problems like that, I would recommend that you take a couple of them each day to begin with. But then once after the first month, you go down to one of these little wafers each day. And so it's a quick, easy, simple method of boosting your nitric oxide production and helping to lower blood pressure, increase blood flow to those nerves. And it's something we use integral when we're helping patients with neuropathy. And it's helpful for so many other issues, especially if you're someone who's over 40. So to sum up, go out, get yourself some method of boosting your nitric oxide levels, and make sure you click subscribe down below. I'm going to give you lots more information over the coming weeks. And click the little bell, you'll be notified then when I post a new video.